Hi everybody, it's Carla from Casey Creates, and I'm here with a little random kind of haul video. And I thought if you'd like to see some of the things I've picked up for crafting over the last couple of weeks or so, I would just sit down and chat with you and show you what I purchased, because it's Independence Day, 4th of July, and we've had thunderstorms off and on all day, and so many of the activities have been called off, and that includes our fireworks, which is so sad. But I ran a few errands and now we're home for the evening, and I thought I'd show you some of the things I purchased. I went to Tuesday Morning, and that's one of my favorite places to find clearance things, and I got this little pack of rubber stamps, and they're the alphabet, and inside, let me put my glasses on here, they're A through Z with punctuation, but they have like this slightly looking torn edge around them, which I think is going to be neat for stamping in vintage type journals, or even like forest type journals. I'm sorry for the glare. But anyway, I got those really inexpensive. I think, yeah, 99 cents. Oop, glare again. Sorry. So that was a great deal. And what else from Tuesday Morning? This wasn't on sale, but I couldn't pass them up because, well, that particular day was my birthday, so I felt like it was a birthday treat. But also, it's the brand is Enchanted Forest, and I just thought I can't pass these up. They have such pretty emblems or symbols or stamps. I didn't open them yet, so I want to show you. Let me see. I'll just leave them for now. Hopefully you can see these. There's a bird. There's one with two birds, and then this one is a butterfly, another butterfly, and this is probably my favorite one. I don't know if you can see that, but it's like a dandelion puff. That's going to be fun. There's a dragonfly and there's stars with the nice wooden handles. So I picked those up, and they often have Tim Holtz products marked way down. It's okay, Lulu. We're watching my sister's chocolate lab, and her hip isn't so good. So sorry for all the tapping. Did you get your bone? She's looking for a place to go chew her bone where my dog won't bother her. They're so sweet. So I'll give her a minute to go get situated. Okay. So anyway, this is the Tim Holtz tissue paper, and I'm probably going to copy onto it. And I think I could make some really pretty envelopes and even do my own decoupage prints on here. And I like that it has a perforated little edge, so you can tear it off by whatever size you want. And I just love tissue paper. I like how delicate it can be. So this was an additional 25% off of $3.49. It says it was regularly $7.99, so that was a great deal. And then another thing I got at Tuesday Morning was this 10, and I can alter this, and inside it has a little hardcover journal with accordion folds like this. That's really cool. And so I thought, if you build a junk journal, it can expand and it can be as large as you want. But I think what I'm going to do is take a few of these out so there's not so many pages, because it'll take forever to embellish all of these front and back. But I could actually make another cover, two more, and then make two journals out of one. So that's what I'm thinking I'll do with this. So the journal will be decorated, and then I'll just make the 10 to kind of coordinate with the journal, and that would be a really nice gift. So I was happy with that find. This was another Tuesday Morning find, and inside, this one has that teal sticker, and all the stickers are discounted by color. Well, this one they couldn't figure out what the discount price would be, so she rang it up. It was originally $9.99 and I got it for $1. And what's fun is I'm going to use this. It's kind of like eyelash trim, and I love the variegated greens that it has, but I'm going to use it for treetops in my fairy journals and in my Enchanted Forest journals. I think it'd make great foliage for a tree. So that was a wonderful buy. And so far, you guys, I think everything I've shown you isn't even $10 yet. So that it's fun, and I pick it up randomly, so I didn't buy it all at once. What else was Tuesday morning? That might have, oh no, my last Tuesday morning purchase, and this is kind of funny. I was like stalking this lady. She had this roll of gift wrap, and oh, I wanted one so bad, but I couldn't find another one in the pile of gift wrap, so I was like, if she puts that down, I am going to snag it. Look at this paper. It is so pretty. It's got like the vintage flowers and birds, and it's on this beautiful blue, and the background of the blue, it may not be showing up, but it's sort of like a damask kind of print. So I don't know if she heard me, but her daughter came around the corner and said, no, I did, I mentioned to her, I said, oh my goodness, that's beautiful paper. And she goes, yeah, I don't think there's any more. And so I looked anyway, and she was right, there weren't. But then her daughter came around the corner and said, my mom decided not to get this if you want it. So of course I wanted it, and it was just so beautiful. So that was my last Tuesday morning piece. That's super pretty. And then I have my bright orange stickers that I love to find at Hobby Lobby. And these have been over, I think, a couple trips that I've been to. So I thought I would show you my Hobby Lobby things. So this is these are those little adhesive squares. They have the tiny ones here, and then the larger squares here. And the package is a little beat up, but that's probably why they marked it down to 75 cents. So I thought, can't pass those up. Plus I don't have any, and I want to start making things a little more 3D in my journals. And I saw Crafty Sue. Hi, Crafty Sue. She's doing Christmas in July, you guys, if you want to scoot over to her channel. It's really fun. I don't know about you. Some people aren't ready for Christmas, but I love halfway till Christmas seeing Christmas things, because it just cheers me up, because I love Christmas. So she's been using these. And I also saw how you can use these. Shaz used them to make her shaker cards. So I'm excited about trying these, especially when they were only 75 cents. I hope they work well. This was is a stencil with wood grain, and it's in the Tim Holtz section. It's not Tim Holtz, but it's by a brand called Artsy, and it's an adhesive screen stencil, which I've never used before, but the directions say you just peel off the back, put it on whatever you want to stencil, you know, rub on the ink or paint or whatever you're going to use, peel it off and let it dry. And I think that'll be great on journal pages. And I'll experiment with it a little bit, but I like that I'll be able to have that nice wood grain texture and print. So that is a really good buy, especially for 99 cents. Yeah, so bright orange sticker always catches my eye. Then there was this trim, and it was 99 cents, but this week they reduced it again. So it's like this really nice gray, almost lavender gray color with cream flowers. And I love that it's already ruffled, and I think it'll make great trim on the edges of my junk journals. I just like the vintage shabby kind of look that it has. and so I picked up one of those. I also grabbed this rustic looking twine, and it's real frayed and old looking, and I love the color, and I think it'll be really pretty to tie around a junk journal with like a nature theme, or even Enchanted Forest theme, vintage theme. So for 99 cents I got that. It was almost like I was at the 99-cent store. I was getting things so inexpensive. This is a charm by Fairy Tale, or I guess it's by Bead Treasures, but it's the Fairy Tale line, and this is just a little charm that says happily ever after, and I thought that was so cute. And of course it was really cheap, 74 cents. I got this one, which is very vintage looking. It's a rose cameo by the same brand, and I think that would be beautiful in the center of the cover of a journal, and that was 99 cents. I think that's all of my Hobby Lobby orange tags, and then I got a couple things from Walmart's clearance section. Oh, I think this was Hobby Lobby too. Isn't this pretty? I love this like pale gray thin lace. I like to use it in vintage themed things, but I got that too, and it was 99 cents. And there's lots of that on the spool. This is just something random, you guys. My son got a used phone, but it was on this little card, and doesn't that look perfect for a template for a spool for wrapping your laces? I had a template that was much bigger, and I thought it was actually too big, so I'm going to use this now as my template for making lace spools to wrap my laces around. So I saved that. That's a recycle. And that's all in that bag. And what else? I had a couple more things to show you. In here are a couple Goodwill deals. My mom used to read us stories and verses all the time and poems, and I love this book. It's called The Family Album, and I found it at Goodwill, and it's pretty old. I don't know what the copyright is on it. What is the copyright on here? 1956. So it's definitely before I was born, but that would make it kind of old. I don't know if it would make it vintage, but definitely old. Anyway, it's got nice verses and rhymes and poems, and there's a really nice one in here about friendship. And because so many of you have been so kind in sending me journal pages for my friendship journal, I'm going to use the verse in here on friendship, which I don't think I'll find right this second, just because I'd like to, but some of these I'm just going to cut directly out of the book and mount them on tea-dyed paper, so they'll be more authentic that way. But I'm enjoying, here it is, there's the little rhyme on friendship. So I thought this was neat. I probably won't use the pictures because they're more like magazine paper and real photos, and I like more of a sketched look photo in my journals, but I don't know, we'll see. Oh, there's one on heaven. I'll have to read that. Sometimes it's really soothing to just sit down and read this kind of poetry in verse. My mom's a really good storyteller and reader, so we have some of them even memorized that she said to us or read to us. I found this at Goodwill as well, and it's a really nice album. I love the damask kind of design on the cover, and it's a hardback. It's got this beautiful satin bow, which I'll probably take off and use again. I actually think it might, oh, I thought it was holding the pages in, but it's not. Anyway, the thing about this is, even though they're encased in these plastic things, you can take these out, and you can use the sheets of paper that are in here. So all I have to do is pull all these out and I can tea dye them or avocado dye the pages. And then I don't have to use the plastic sleeves because I wouldn't use those. It even had this nice sturdy piece of cardboard that I plan to save. So I was happy with this find at Goodwill because it's going to make a great journal cover. And I also have, if you're not tired of watching yet, from Goodwill I found this beautiful runner. And I think it's Christmas theme, or it could even be like for New Year's. But look at that beautiful tassel. It's got this gorgeous tassel on it. Oh, now where did that little random green bead come from? It's kind of funny. Can you see that? There's this little random green bead on there. It's like a cute little bobbly thing there. And then I love these snowflake type stars on here, but I really love the fabric because this will make beautiful journal cover fabric. So I picked this up because I think it was 99 cents. It was something really cheap. And Kim from Angel Dream Crafts, when I won her giveaway or her challenge, I still have this absolutely gorgeous journal that she made for me. Or she'd make it for me, but she made it for the winner, and I was just blessed enough to win it. And it's in this gray kind of silk looking material, and so ever since I've owned that journal, I've wanted something in that same color and sheen, and so this is going to be wonderful for journal covers. And then lastly, I took some time and dyed some fabrics and laces. So if you want to see those, this is some bridal fabric that Angie Paisley sent me, and it's gorgeous. She sent me 2 huge pieces to make a lace bag with, and it was white, so I wanted it tea dyed. So this is tea dyed now, and I love the color that came out from tea dyeing it. I don't know where these random pieces of lint got picked up from, but anyway, it's just so pretty. It's got these beautiful sequins and seed beads, and I loved it when it was white, but I love it even more now that it's tea dyed. So that's something I dyed. This was a skirt that was stark white, and I just like to take that stark white edge off, so I found this in the Goodwill, but I've tea dyed it. So I thought this is really pretty now that it's tea dyed, and this is just another piece of that. So I'll use that in fabric journals. And this, I can't remember if this was a skirt or a top. Actually, I don't remember, but anyway, I absolutely love the crocheted lace here, and I tea dyed this as well that same day. And I did a batch of paper, but it was too small for the pan that I had it in, and so the edges got really dark, and I just don't like when it's not a nice even color and it gets like this really excuse me, that's Lucy again. Lucy, mind your manners. Anyway, so I have this beautiful crocheted lace that I tea dyed, and then this was the bottom of a top that I also tea dyed. It's all been washed and tea dyed. I wash it first, then I tea dye it, but I loved this one, how sheer it is, and then I love the little ball trim that's on there. And then there's a different style of that trim here, but there's a lot of this, so I can use this as overlay for the pages of a journal, so I'm excited to use that. And then I'm making a shabby lampshade, and this is the bottom of the dress, a little girl's dress. See if I can piece it back together for you. just to give you an idea of what it looked like. I'll give you a hint too. If you don't need a lot of fabric, go in the children's section. And sometimes I won't take the children's clothes if they look like another child could, a disadvantaged child or somebody who really wants something at a good price. And it's in perfect condition, I leave it because I don't really need anything else. But this one had a tear, so I bought it really cheap. And I just love the embroidered pink flowers. So this is going to be one of the ruffles on the lampshade that I'm going to upcycle. So I picked that up. And then these are the pink things that I dyed. I forgot to show you my little pinky rose gold flatbacks. I picked those up from Walmart. Somebody said you're not supposed to say that company. Is that true? I don't know. I thought I had one more from there, but I don't know where it went. Anyway, these are the pink things that I dyed. This is a recent piece that I'm gonna say came from Edwina Kench, but it may have come from Viv, from Viv's A Little Bit Crafty, and it's beautiful, and it was white, and I dunked it in with all my pink, and the pink is avocado with a little bit of pink Wilton food coloring. So some things came out more avocado-y like this, except it does have a little splash of the bright pink. Oh well. Anyway, this is an applique, and I love that shade of pink. And then this was some cotton trim that I think was underneath one of the tops. Hun? I don't think he knows. Mark? He thinks his headphones are in, but the jack must have come out because I could hear what he was listening to. Anyway, so there's this pretty pink cotton fabric. And I think what I'm going to do with this is make loopy flowers, because I think I could fray this nicely. And then I got this really cheap lace from AC Moore, and it was like a cream color, but I dunked it in the pink, and now it has this really nice soft pink color. And then this is some more wedding dress I bought from Goodwill in a video way back. I was all excited about a wedding dress that I got for $1, and this is another piece that I recently pulled out that was white because I've been using it and I needed some more, so I dyed this in that same pink. And I love these little satin rosettes and the corded lace. So this will now be used in my journals for pink pretty things. And then these are just, lastly, some of the papers. There's a doily, some paper doilies that I dyed pink, and then some of the paper. And this is an example of, I just remedied this problem today because I bought a wide aluminum pan for dyeing in, but if the edges are sticking out because it's not big enough, they get really dark, and I'm just not a fan of that look. See? And if I cut them off, then the size of my paper will change, which is okay, I guess, for a junk journal. But from now on, I'm gonna aim for more of an even color all the way around. This was one of those papers in the Prima paper pack, and it just had so much white. I thought I would see what it looked like in the pink, and it's not bad. So these were just experimental sheets, and some of them are going to be useful. And I love the crunchy parchment paper. And I have a nice envelope, and this one's not too bad. Of course, the sticky part kind of tore, but that's okay. And then I did some of the lettering or script pages. So these are just random tea stained and dyed sheets of paper that I will use. And I don't know why, but I just love tea dyeing and dyeing paper. So that's all for my haul, everybody. I just thought, since today ended up being a lot slower than we expected, I would come and show you some of the things I've been picking up for crafting over the last couple of weeks, and it's always fun. And it's fun to share it with you, so I really appreciate you watching, and I'll be back again. Oh, and I didn't have any journal entries to show you because we didn't get mail today, seeing that it's Independence Day, but hopefully I'll get some in the mail tomorrow, and that'll give me a reason to come back and visit with you again. So everyone have a good night, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.